Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream with me, Gisela K. This is Grizzly True Crime, and as you can see, my lighting is being naughty. I hope that you are well. Please like and share so that others can also find this video. Welcome to all my moderators. Thank you so much for everything you do. Welcome to all my patrons, members, existing subscribers, and everyone that's new over here. There's lots of new faces here. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, this is what happens when you wear green with a green screen. Stand by. Should be a little better. We're just gonna adjust it. and I was toying with it before I started this live stream, so just wait. Oh, so annoying. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard about this case before. I've been following it because this lady from South Florida went missing. Okay, and this was in Spain, in Madrid, Spain. So I was like, okay, so there's a lady from South Florida traveled to Spain, and then she went missing. Then we found out she was busy getting divorced. So there's this estranged husband. People were asking if he take a lie detector test. He said nope. And I'm like, damn, that's weird. Imagine if he flew all the way to Europe to what? To do what? Well, the criminal complaint has come out, and you will not believe the details of this case. This case is absolutely insane. So let me quickly show you this. I'm going to actually play this as we go. This is the lady, Anna. Ooh, I really need to say their surname right. Knezevich. Am I saying it right? Are there any locals? She's originally from Colombia. The guy is from Serbia, I believe. And they got married in 2010. Well, they've been together since 2010. And her and her husband were busy separating. He, of course, didn't want that. Here he is. That is him. And now after 3 months of this case not really getting anywhere. Oh my word, they arrested him. This is now news since yesterday. They've actually arrested this guy and charged him with kidnapping. So that's new, and that's pretty amazing, right? Something is happening. Things are moving now. Okay, so Heidi said, seriously, if someone doesn't want to be with you, then let them be. Well, there's money involved. He's like, nope, she's not going to get half the business. She's not going to get, sometimes it's financial motives. This poor lady was spending time in Spain since December of 2023, just having the time of her life, like a break away from her. What she says is abusive husband in some text messages that were revealed along the way. And so it's kind of a familiar story that we see. If it's an abusive husband, there's a divorce, separation is the most dangerous time. But one would think, whoa, the amount of distance that she got between him and her, like flying from Florida all the way to Madrid, Spain. One would think she'd be safe there, Well, no, she's still missing. They've never found her. There's no signs of foul play from what they've said in the apartment that she was staying in. But they've never found her. They've never found her body. She's still missing. So if you have any information, please do call it in. You just never know who's watching here. If there's anyone watching from Spain or from Europe, of course, I'm in Switzerland, let me know. Treasure X, thank you so much for your sticker. I do what my audience will mostly watch. I've covered cases from all over the world, and in general, that amount of time and effort sometimes doesn't go that far because people just don't watch it. But I've covered lots of cases from all over the world. South African ones, UK ones, Australian ones, which, by the way, that Erin Patterson, the Australian mushroom poisoner lady, yeah, she's pleaded not guilty to murder, of course. So that was news yesterday. Okay, so now that you've seen a couple of pictures here, let's get into the case. I might actually just do this, so it's a little more interesting to look at for you. But this criminal complaint, when I read it, I was like, oh my word, it's really hectic. Is this? Let me put it here. How about that? Criminal complaint cover sheet. Okay, so we don't need to read that. You can see it says May 3rd of 2024. So it's brand new. It's out there. Thank you so much to Grizzly Cat and MB Inc., who both sent this to me today. And I really, really appreciate it because I was actually looking for this. I was like, where's this criminal complaint? Because when I saw the husband got arrested, I'm like, no way. Kind of not shocked, but also shocked at the same time because my brain went to, how did he get there? Like, what is going on? And wait till you see. So they said criminal complaint by telephone, other reliable electronic means. We'll keep going. Affidavit in support of criminal complaint. So what has he been charged with? Kidnapping of his wife in Spain. Where was he arrested? The Miami International Airport, of course. I don't know where he thought he was going, but he was arrested at the airport. So he kind of pulled a Donna Adelson by what we can hear so far, right? Okay. Again, thank you all for being here. Please like and share. You could use the hashtags that are in the description box if you want to. That would help to categorize it on social media. And let's read what happened here. There's no better way for me to tell the story than to read this document because I was riveted and I wanted to share it with you. So this is the introduction and agent background. I'll just read it as well because it's always interesting. I'm a special agent for the United States Department of State Diplomatic Security Service, currently assigned as a task force officer with the FBI in the Miami division. I've been employed as a special agent since January of 2017, where I've received training in criminal investigations at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center and the Diplomatic Security Training Center. In this capacity, I investigate violations of federal criminal law, specializing in criminal matters pertaining to U.S. extraterritorial jurisdiction. So yes, the FBI was involved. Of course, it's like really an international case, right? So by virtue of my employment, I perform and have performed a variety of investigative tasks and have received training in the conduct of criminal investigations. I've also received training and gained experience in interviewing and interrogation techniques, the execution of federal search warrants and seizures, and the identification and collection of computer and cell phone related evidence. I'm a law enforcement officer of the United States within the meaning of Section 25.10.7 of Title 18 United States Code. All right, so let me pause there. Okay. This affidavit is made for the purpose of establishing probable cause in support of a criminal complaint and arrest warrant charging David Knezevich. I'm worried that the K is silent. Is it Knezevich? I've listened to the news clips as well. David Knezevich, aka Dusan Knezevich, with kidnapping in violation of Title 18 United States Code 120. All right? So, this affidavit is based upon information known personally to me and information obtained from others who have investigated this matter and or have personal knowledge of the facts herein. I participated in this investigation, spoken with other law enforcement detectives, and has reviewed documents and police reports related to this investigation. I have set forth only those facts necessary to establish probable cause in support of this application, and thus, not every detail known to your affiant and other law enforcement officers concerning this investigation is stated herein. As such, I have not included all the known to me. Oh, they know more. Instead, I have set forth only those facts necessary to establish probable cause for the arrest of Knezevich. So, are we ready? I just quickly want to do this. Helen O'Hara said, do we think if it was cheaper to divorce, crime rates would reduce? I think it's also about what assets people have, right? You know, because here I think they had a business together. And so it would be about that as well, because he didn't want to give her half of the money, unfortunately, you know, through a divorce. Sorry, I'm just adjusting a few things here again. Okay. So, here we go. And we'll do a little bit of map time as well. Factual background. On or about December 26th of 2023, a 40-year-old female, the victim, and they don't name her here, but this is her, Anna, right? And a United States citizen traveled from Miami International Airport in the Southern District of Florida in the United States to Madrid, Spain. Thereafter, on or about February 2nd of 2024. So just look at the date. She left on December 26th of 2023. So excited to go to Spain. I don't know if you've ever been to Spain. It's very beautiful. It's so nice. So she must have just been so excited to get some space, right? 40 years old. She traveled from the Miami International Airport in the Southern District of Florida in the United States to Madrid, Spain. Thereafter, on or about February 2nd of 2024, the victim's friends and family, who had previously communicated with her while she was in Spain, lost contact with her. For example, prior to her disappearance, the victim and some friends had planned a trip that the victim subsequently failed to show up for. Additionally, The last non-automatic activities on the victim's Bank of America account were for a flower purchase on or about February 2nd of 2024, the last date that she was seen alive, as well as a charge from a restaurant in Madrid on or about February 10th of 2024 for failing to show up to a dinner reservation. That's why they said non-automatic, because that was now automatically charged as well there on February 10th for failing to show up to a dinner reservation. At the time of her disappearance, the victim was married to Knezevich, a Yugoslavian-born naturalized citizen of the United States. According to the victim's friends and family, the victim and Knezevich were separated and planned to divorce. The separation was contentious. Of course, his attorneys say, no, it wasn't good. That was amicable. Because along the way now, since she went missing, he has, of course, lawyered up, and his attorney has spoken quite a few times to News Nation, to Chris Como, and he's like, no, man, they weren't fighting at all. This was amicable. He would never. Anyway, so at the time of her disappearance, the victim was married to him. They were separated, planning to divorce. The separation was contentious because Knezevich did not want to split the marital assets evenly with the victim. See that? The victim was very fearful of Knezevich and believed that he was surreptitiously monitoring her whereabouts. An investigation into the victim's disappearance by Spanish authorities revealed that on or about February 2nd of 2024, security cameras at the victim's apartment building in Madrid, Spain, captured her entering the building at around 2:20 p.m. This is the last time the victim is ever seen alive. When was it? February 2nd, 2:20 p.m. Okay? I'm just checking what you guys are saying. Janet says, let the attorneys fight it out instead. Phoebe says, he would never. Where we've heard that before. Yeah, so many patterns here, right? February 2nd, 2:20, she goes into this apartment building, right? This is the last time she's ever seen alive. That same day at approximately 9:27 p.m., the building surveillance captured a male wearing a helmet enter the building at the same time that some individuals were exiting. Once inside the building, the male is captured descending the stairs while holding a can of spray paint, which he then uses to disable a surveillance camera by painting the lens. The lens was not completely obscured, and the male is seen fastening a piece of duct tape to the lock of the building entrance to prevent the lock from engaging to allow subsequent entry. Notably, the male, who looks directly at the camera, has physical characteristics that resemble those of Knezevich. At approximately 10:30 p.m. So think about that. Just got the timeline there. 2:30 p.m. she enters the building. And at approximately 10:30 p.m., the male is captured leaving the elevator with what appears to be a suitcase. Oh dear. Did he put her in that suitcase? Because she wasn't found in the apartment. It's like some Jeffrey Dahmer stuff right there. But no signs of, from what we know so far, like, I don't know how else to say it, like dismemberment or something like that. It seems like, from what I'm reading, he carried out in that suitcase, which is like, wait, what? So they said on or about February 4th, 2024, Spanish firefighters entered the victim's apartment for a welfare check and discovered that she was not in her apartment. Subsequently, Spanish law enforcement searched the victim's apartment pursuant to a judge's order and discovered that the victim's cell phone, laptop, computer, and respective chargers were missing. Yes? Janet says, no, not the suitcase. I know, right? Jennifer says, well, at least Walmart is off the hook on this one. Yeah, there's no Walmart there, right? Are there Walmarts in Spain? Actually, there's none in Switzerland, but they might actually be in Spain. They are in the UK. So anyway, we shall see. But here they said, based on surveillance footage, Spanish law enforcement was able to identify the brand of spray paint. They were so good. Oh my word, this investigation was good. They said they were able to identify the brand of spray paint used to disable the security camera. Law enforcement then determined that a retailer in Madrid had a recorded sale of that particular brand of spray paint on or about February 2nd of 2024. Look at that date. Surveillance footage from the retailer depicted an individual who appeared to be Knezevich purchasing the spray paint along with 2 rolls of duct tape on or about February 2nd, 2024 around noon. My goodness. Melissa Loves True Crime says, poor Walmart. I know, right? Poor Walmart. Okay, so additionally, it gets worse, you guys. It gets so much worse. I'm just like, wait, what? Just like, okay, additionally, a Colombian woman who met Knezevich on a dating application in October of 2023, individual 1, advised law enforcement that on or about February 3rd, so that'll be the next day, 2024, the day after the victim's last seen alive, Knezevich contacted her via WhatsApp and asked her for help in translating a message into perfect Colombian for a friend in Serbia who's writing a script about a Colombian character. Knezevich explains that he wants the writing to sound authentic. Specifically, Knezevich and individual 1 engage in the following dialogue, which individual 1 provided to law enforcement. Okay? So this is a lady he met on a dating app from October of 2023, and suddenly, the day after his estranged wife is last seen alive, think about it, he would have had to travel all the way again from Miami, Florida, and somehow get to Madrid, Spain. And wait till you see how long that journey really was. I'm like, wait, what? So here they say he's talking to this lady that he met on a dating app. He says, hey babe, I need your help. She says, hello babe, of course, tell me. I have a friend in Serbia who's a writer. She has a small character who is Colombian. She has a few sentences. They have to be translated from Serbian English to Colombian Spanish. Like how Colombian girl would speak. Rola, haha. Are you able to translate what I give you in English into perfect Colombian? She says, oh babe, well, you know I don't speak English. I would have to rely on the translator. And I would create Rola's sentences based on context. He says, yes, you would see it translated and then fix it. And then he said, this is the sentence he wants her to translate into perfect Colombian. I met someone wonderful. He has a summer house about 2 hours from Madrid. We are going there now, and I'll spend a few days there. There's barely any signal, though. I'll call you when I come back. Kisses. Right? Now, here's some footnotes. We do like those. There's always interesting information in the footnotes, right? If you watch my Barry Morphew 6 hour and 19-minute original, the 2021 probable cause affidavit read through, you'll know how excited I got over footnotes. I'm like, footnotes? Every time. Footnotes? Okay. So, footnotes. WhatsApp is an encrypted messaging application that is typically utilized by its user through a mobile device. I believe that many Americans think that WhatsApp is like, ooh, scammer stuff, but really the rest of the world uses WhatsApp. I use WhatsApp. We all use WhatsApp everywhere. South Africa, Europe, I think Australia. Do you guys use WhatsApp? WhatsApp is like a very popular app, but I know Americans are always like, oh, WhatsApp. Like, why were they using that? You know? Anyway, notably, the victim was born in Colombia and later became a US citizen in 2009. Italicized text originally appeared in Spanish, but it's been translated for this affidavit. So thankfully, they translated all of this for us. Otherwise, I'd have to get some kind of like Spanish accent going here. Stefan said, that's a lot of criminal energy. Yeah, this guy. Oh, he was determined. I mean, I just couldn't believe all the lengths that he went to in allegedly kidnapping her. And who knows what else? Who knows what else? So he said, what do you think? And the lady on the dating app said, do I fix this paragraph? He says, yes. Individual 1. I met someone wonderful. So this was now in perfect Colombian, right? Spanish. He has a summer house about 2 hours from Madrid. We are going there now and I'll spend a few days there. There's barely any signal though. I'll call you when I come back. Kisses. He says, I can't verify that. Ha ha. Do you think it comes across normally? She says, yes, that's how a Rolo would speak. Is that all? He says, wait, no. She's a girl. And he says, Rola. And she says, haha, yes. So did you write it as a boy or as a girl? And she says, well, the paragraph is general. It's not written in the first person. One more. He says, one more. And then he says, yesterday, this is one more he wants her to write. Yesterday, after therapy, I needed a walk. And he approached me on the street. Amazing connection like I never had before. Individual 1. That's incomplete because who approached her on the street? Individual 1. If I do it literally like you are sending it to me, it would be like this. And then repeat. He says, a man approached a woman from the previous paragraph. Approached her on the street. Like if you walk down the street and I see you and I come to you and start hitting on you, Linda. Knezevich, blank message. Individual 1. Yesterday I went for a walk after leaving therapy and a man approached me to flirt and we had an incredible connection. Knezevich, thanks gorgeous. Individual 1. Don't mention it handsome. Individual 1. I hope it helps. Knezevich, it helps my friend. Oh dear, after all that, such a big favor, he put her in the friend zone? He's like, it helps my friend. Okay then. He's like, thank you so much. And guess what? Then he used his estranged wife's phone. Sorry for that noise. That would be our groceries being delivered from Migros. You guys know I love Migros. Okay, anyway. So he allegedly used his estranged wife's phone to send that message. Okay? Just hold on 1 second, please. Really hope he's getting it. Let's just type a message. Just stand by quickly, please. Okay, so thereafter, Knezevich shared a photo with individual 1 of a plane ticket that he purchased on February 16th of 2024. So he shows the lady that he's on the dating app with a picture of a plane ticket that he purchased on February 16th of 2024 for a flight from Serbia to Bogota, scheduled to arrive on February 19th of 2024. However, Knezevich never boarded the flight. Knezevich and individual 1 continued to communicate via WhatsApp until on or about February 25th of 2024. At some point during the individual 1's communications with Knezevich, individual 1 told her mother about having met a Serbian man online. Wanting to know more about the individual, and this mother is like such a true crimer. The lady on the dating app's mother is like, sorry, you met who now? And she's like, I met this amazing Serbian man on this dating app. And she's like, So she goes to Uncle Google, she Googles his name, and she sees that Knezevich, she learned that his wife had been reported missing in Madrid. Individual 1 then discovered a news article that contained a message purportedly from Knezevich's wife that matched the exact wording of the text that she and Knezevich had put together on or about February 3rd of 2024. Imagine that. Imagine telling your mother, hey, I met this amazing man on a dating app. We've been talking for a long time. I mean, it's since October 2023, right? October, November, December, January, February, 5 months. Okay? And then she's like, let me Google this guy. Oh my word, his wife is missing in Madrid. And then on top of that, individual 1 then discovers a news article that contained a message purportedly from Knezevich's wife that matched the exact wording of the text that she and he had put together on February 3rd of 2024. Can you believe it? Right? Now, they say a review of records from Customs and Border Protection revealed that on or about January 27th of 2024, this guy traveled by airplane, obviously, from Miami International Airport in the southern district of Florida to Istanbul, Turkey. That's far. He traveled far. He went all the way to Istanbul, Turkey. Thereafter, Knezevich traveled out of Serbia by a vehicle on or about January 30th of 2024, and he returned to Belgrade, Serbia by vehicle on or about February 5th. Do you know how much traveling he did? Even with a car. Maybe I should show you the map. Wait. Hold on 1 second, please. Let's find it over here. First, I have 2 maps actually for you here today. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to even zoom out to show you all of this. My word. So, firstly, go like this. Firstly, he flies all the way from, wait, you probably can't even see that. I have to resize again for the document. Stand by. Go like this. Rob, thank you so much. You said thanks for covering this case, G, and congrats for hitting 290k subs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, this guy, I mean, she flew from here to Madrid, Spain, to spend a couple of months there. I don't know how long she planned to stay there, but just to get some distance while she's going through this separation and divorce, right? He flies from Miami all the way to Istanbul, okay? And then afterwards, what he does, so after he's flown to Istanbul, he literally gets somehow, I don't know if it's a train or whatever, to Serbia, rents a vehicle from there, and then drives all the way to Madrid and back. I mean, that drive alone is 37 hours. If we even just go from Serbia to Madrid, Spain, that drive is 28 hours. 28 hours of getting there. And wait till you hear the rest. Okay, yeah. Someone says, Kimberly in Japan says, seatbelt, okay. Seatbelts on, everyone. Yeah, buckle up. Druid, welcome. Yeah, Scott says, wow, map time on steroids. I know, right? I mean, to go all the way to Istanbul, to fly there, then somehow, I don't know, as I say, on a train or whatever, gets to Serbia, rents a car and drives all the way there, knows where his estranged wife is staying, allegedly buys duct tape and spray paint, hangs outside of an apartment there. When he sees two people exiting, goes in, spray paints the cameras, duct tapes the door so that it doesn't close properly. And he's in there for a bit, and then he comes out with a suitcase, and she's never seen again. She's never seen again. I'm like, damn, this is quite wild, isn't it? Okay, I've got some clips to show you afterwards as well. Let's just make sure we read the rest of this because it gets even worse. I was going to say more interesting, but it gets, worse, if you can believe that. Sure. So one more time here on, look at this. They say a review of records. Oh, wait, was I there? Yeah, Googled. Okay. A review of records from Customs and Border Protection revealed that on or about January 27th, he traveled by airplane from Miami International Airport in the southern district of Florida to Istanbul, Turkey. Thereafter, he traveled out of Serbia by vehicle on or about January 30th of 2024 and returned to Belgrade, Serbia by vehicle on or about February 5th. So he must have been, he was just there for that mission. Oh my word. Here's a footnote. For example, a Google search for Knezevich yielded the following articles, which all reference the sentences Knezevich purportedly needed translation for his Serbian friend. Oh dear. Okay, so there's examples of the articles that when that lady, the lady on the dating app's mother Googled, she was like, oh my word, look at this. So they say per Google Maps, which we just looked at, by car it takes approximately 26 hours to travel from Belgrade, Serbia to Madrid, Spain at a distance of 2,592 kilometers. 2,592 kilometers in miles is, I'll tell you in a moment, 1,610 miles. But he must have driven all the way, done what he needed to do, drive all the way back. Yeah, Rob says he sure was determined. I know, right? Law enforcement's investigation revealed that Knezevich rented a Peugeot 308 in Serbia from approximately on or about January 29th of 2024 through approximately on or about March 15th of 2024. The owner of the rental car agency informed law enforcement that when he returned the vehicle, the rental agency discovered that the windows had been tinted, the license plate frames had changed, and 2 stickers had been removed from the vehicle. The vehicle had traveled approximately 7,677 kilometers while rented by Knezevich. Now, 7,677 kilometers is 4,770 miles. Law enforcement's investigation revealed that around the relevant time, an individual filed a complaint that both his license plates were stolen off his vehicle in Spain. Like, this investigation is unbelievable. So they say Spanish authorities ran a search in their plate reader database for the stolen plate and learned that the stolen plate was present on Calle Francisco Civella, don't want to say it too wrong, the street where the victim's apartment was located. So I hope you're visualizing this with me. There was a vehicle parked on the street where Anna's apartment was that reported that, hey, my license plates were stolen. When they ran the plates on the Peugeot that was returned now with tinted windows, missing stickers, and new license plates, those license plates belonged to the car that was parked outside of her apartment. So they said additionally, the stolen plate also passed through 2 toll booths in the middle of the night on February 2nd of 2024 and into February 3rd of 2024. Video from the toll booths revealed that the plates were attached to a Serbia. Because of the tint, the driver's not visible. One of the toll booths is in Ajalvir, Spain. Ooh, I probably butchered that. Is there any Spanish people here? I'm so sorry about that. Sorry about that. Queens, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So this guy, so he's tinted windows, stolen license plates, and off he goes, driving all the way to Serbia, right? Katie, welcome. Thank you so much. All right. And so they say one of the toll booths is in that place, Spain, which is just outside of Madrid. Law enforcement also learned that on or about March 4th of 2024, a woman purporting to be the victim, the caller, contacted an insurance carrier for the purpose of cancelling 3 insurance policies held by the victim for her and his business. Her and her husband's business, right? The insurance policies related to the vehicles that were used by the business. During the call, children could be heard in the background speaking to the caller. The victim does not have any children. Moreover, law enforcement learned, pursuant to a subpoena return, that the phone number utilized by the caller was owned by Knezevich's company. And Knezevich is listed as the contact for the phone number. Wow. Raging Wolf says he fancies himself as a genius, is getting away with things, I take it. Seemed like it. He had a lot of smart plans. He was so busted. Damn. Moreover, on or about April 24th of 2024, an employee of Knezevich advised law enforcement that he instructed employee 1 to impersonate the victim in order to open a new bank account and provided employee 1 with the victim's social security number to use as proof that she was the victim. Thereafter, on or about April 25th of 2024, employee 1 advised the Knezevich during a telephone call that she was uncomfortable impersonating the victim because the victim was missing. In response, he tells her this was not serious and told employee 1 it needed to be done in order for the employee to be paid. That is so bad. He forced a female employee to impersonate his missing wife and use her social security number. Okay? And when that employee said, I'm really not comfortable doing this, he said, then you're not going to get paid. Oh, that is such manipulation. He sounds scary as well, right? Kraken says, is there a helicopter outside your apartment, G? No, not that I know of. Can't hear a thing. I don't think so. So, moreover, on or about April 24th, this employee, right, it said it needed to be done for employees to be paid. And Knezevich further stated, I cannot call with my voice because I sound like a guy. Well, that's because you are a guy, but okay. Conclusion. Based on the foregoing, your affiant respectfully submits that there is probable cause to believe that Knezevich committed the offense of kidnapping in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 1201A1. And they've never found her. That's what is so incredibly distressing for her family and friends and so sad. They've never found her. And it's a mystery as to exactly what happened to her. So here's some more pictures of her in Spain. So beautiful. 40 years old. Look at her. Just having the time of her life. Wow. Okay. We'll go there. There he is. There were missing persons flyers since February 2nd, since she went missing, since she was reported missing by her friends, that were put up all over Spain as well. Shame, man. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I do have a couple of clips to show you as well. So let me quickly fetch that for you. Just hold on 1 second. It would be, I also wanted to show you, wait, let me show you this as well. Here's some other pictures of them. You can see they're already in this picture with him. She doesn't look very happy, right? Shame, okay. So we've done some map time as well. It would be, there's quite a few clips actually. New text revealed missing woman Anna Knezevich's relationship troubles. Okay, so this is from 2 months ago on News Nation. So I'm going to play this for you because the text messages are quite interesting as well. So let's just quickly do this.
Then today, we get texts received, they were from Anna to a friend. Originally, they were in Spanish. We had them translated, and this is basically what it is, all right? David had a lover in Bogota, Colombia, and he was with her. It was while I was trying to fix things with him, with the couples therapist. In the meantime, he's yelling at me that I'm a bitch for putting him on trial in front of others. I'm the only bad person here. The only problem is me. He was making plans with her. I found out about it after he left me like a dog in the street of Belgrade, which is in Serbia. That's most likely a metaphor, right? The friend says, I didn't know that. Anna says, I don't think I can forgive it. And forget about the sex. I can't even talk to you about it. Terrible. I was feeling abused at that point. Very aggressive. So the truth is, I can't keep this. I have a lot of pain. What does this mean in terms of what was going on in her life? And does it have any relevance to her disappearance? Joining us again tonight is the attorney.
That's the attorney. Okay, let's go. Let's play it a little bit faster, shall we? Just a little bit. This is his attorney. Okay, custom 1.1. We like that. We like that. Okay, here we go.
for Anna's husband, David, Ken Padowitz. Counsel, thank you for rejoining.
Thank you for having me on, Chris.
So how does this message from Anna square with your understanding that there was no bad blood between these two individuals?
Well, let me first say again, Chris, that it's a terrible situation that this young lady is missing from her family and friends. Mm-hmm. And my heart, and I'm sure my client, as he told me, is very concerned about it and wishes that she be found as soon as possible. Having said that, I know that there were reasons based upon what my client and I have discussed for this couple's marriage to end after 13 years. And the reason that this couple is separated for approximately 4 months and were planning a divorce is because of the personal matters that occurred between them as a couple. You just showed a text that had been provided to you from one of her friends. And I'm confident, based on the conversations that I've had with my client, that David informed me that there were problems for both of them within the marriage, which is one of the reasons why their marriage was ending. So to me,
I totally get it. You don't end a marriage, counsel. Let me just cut to the chase here. Clearly, you don't get divorced unless there are reasons to get divorced. I totally understand that. That comes as a surprise to nobody, let alone married people. The point is, two things cannot be true at the same time. They had no bad blood. They were getting divorced. Life goes on. People grow apart. And I felt I was being abused.
Yeah.
He left me like a dog. He had this other woman. He called me a bitch. That's different. There is bad blood. There could be animosity. And you mix that with the fact that he's not even going to Spain to look for her, and the idea that, well, he doesn't speak Spanish. There are a lot of people in Spain that speak English. Makes people wonder, why is he so hands-off in this situation? Why is he half a world away in Serbia?
Look at the lawyer. He's like, and those are good questions, Chris, no doubt. Listen, nobody gets divorced, as you just indicated, for no reason at all. So there are obvious reasons that this couple separated and were planning a divorce. But to describe it as a bad divorce when the couple had not even hired attorneys yet, they had not even begun filing motions or setting hearings for a divorce. It's kind of difficult to say that it was bad blood between them. Now,
doesn't sound good, right? Doesn't sound good. So I'm just going to quickly go here to the next one. That's her friend. I just want to see exclusive audio recording. Yes, we want to hear that. Okay, so.
Found no signs of.
I just want to go to the audio recording. They've got audio recordings of Anna to her friends.
Or what she was like. Here.
Hey, good morning. I woke up, went to the gym, got the apartment ready. I'm going to buy some cleaning stuff now. And I fixed my hair, my nails, and now I'm just heading back. How are you? I miss you too. Bye.
Meticulous. You know, somebody who likes.
Apparently he's got this on his head because it was like Ash Wednesday. I don't know about that. I looked it up and I also read the comment section. I'm like, what is going on?
To tell people what's happening, right? Very detailed. So would she just take off and not say anything to anybody? Leads us to the next voice message. Now, this is on the same day that she's believed to have disappeared. February 2nd. She was last seen 10 o'clock at night. The guy with the spray painting was about 9:30 at night. Noon that day, she leaves a message for her friend. This is what she says.
I saw an apartment that I loved yesterday. So hopefully it will be mine. I don't know. And now I'm on my way to see another one, and everything's doing great. I'm feeling actually really good. I'm going on Monday to Barcelona with a friend of mine. It's just a day trip. We're going and then we're coming back. She's very excited about it.
Isn't that sad? That's the last voice message that anyone has from her. That was on the day, around noon, on the day of February 2nd of 2024 when she was last seen. And she's never been found. And all he left with was a suitcase, so that doesn't sound very good, right? That sounds to me like the obvious answer is that he put in the suitcase. I don't know, but how terrible. CP, so nice to see you. I always hope I say it right. It's Sipe. I want to say CP. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. A $50 super sticker. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for being here. This case is unbelievable. To think that her estranged husband, someone she was trying to get, it's another case like that. Man, these cases are just so infuriating. She was trying to enjoy some time away from him. They were separated and going to proceed with getting divorced. He didn't want her to have half of the assets that they shared in businesses that they had and things like that. So the allegations are that he got on a plane from Miami International Airport, flew all the way to Istanbul, then got to Serbia, rented a vehicle, drove 26 hours to Madrid, Spain. Then, once he gets to the apartment where she's staying at, she enters the building at around 2:30 p.m. on February 2nd of 2024, goes in the building. She's never seen again. Never again, okay? That day at around, can't remember exactly what time he entered the building. He enters the building when people are exiting, and then spray paints the cameras, duct tapes the door so he can have access in and out easily without relying on people. Clearly goes up to her apartment and leaves later. He leaves later just with a suitcase. And then the vehicle that he rented, he steals someone's number plates, license plates. He puts them on this rented Peugeot 308, tints the windows, takes off the stickers, drives all the way back to Serbia, and then drove even more because you heard about all the miles that he drove. I mean, the total was what? 7,677 kilometers, 4,770 miles. Like, oh my goodness. Liza says, has he been arrested? He has now been arrested since yesterday, I believe it was. He was arrested, and he was arrested at the Miami International Airport. So I don't know where he was on his way to, but thankfully, you see, law enforcement must have been watching him. They asked him to do a lie detector test, and he said nope. He refused to do a lie detector test. And they were obviously watching him and obviously knew that he's a bit of a flight risk, this one. And so they arrested him at the airport. My word. Okay, I want to show you some other clips of her friends as well. So yeah, here they talk about the court documents we just read.
Case of a South Florida woman reported missing in Madrid.
Her estranged husband is now charged with kidnapping months after her disappearance. And Local 10's Sanela Zabovic is live now in Miami with chilling new details in this case. Sanela.
Calvin, this criminal complaint here is pretty shocking. It alleges that David Knezevich was in Spain at the same time that his estranged wife vanished. He was arrested over the weekend and is facing a kidnapping charge.
36-year-old David Knezevich is now in federal custody, arrested by the FBI on Saturday for his alleged involvement in the kidnapping of a U.S. citizen in Madrid, Spain, on or about February 2nd. A criminal complaint alleges the victim was married to Knezevich. 40-year-old Anna Knezevich is his estranged wife and has been missing for 3 months now, last seen alive on February 2nd. Anna left for Madrid last December following her breakup with David after 13 years of marriage.
Shame. This friend has also been on the news a lot, so worried about her friend. Of course, still, they've never found her. This is terrible. And we've seen so many cases like this. I've just rarely seen a case like this where it's the same types of patterns, where separation is the most dangerous time and all of that. But the distance in this is insane to me, right? Linda says, Grizzly True Crime. I'm wearing my We Know Things t-shirt and drinking coffee out of my We Know Things mug. Such high quality. Thank you, Gisela. Thank you so much. If you guys don't know where this We Know Things merch is from, it's exclusive to Patreon. So you get different Patreon milestone gifts depending on the tier. Okay, that's the only difference between the tiers. All tiers get the same. But you got your We Know Things t-shirt. Very nice. I like that. Thank you so much.
Loved ones say they last spoke to her around the date of her disappearance, then received strange messages from her claiming to have met someone. I met someone wonderful. He has a summer house about 2 hours from Madrid. We are going there now and I will spend a few days there. There is barely any signal though. I'll call you when I come back. Kisses. The complaint alleges that David was responsible for that message, that he met a Colombian woman on a dating app and asked her in a series of WhatsApp messages to translate that from English to Colombian Spanish. Anna was supposed to take a train to Barcelona on February 5th and never showed up, officially prompting an international missing persons case. Police in Spain began investigating. It's alleged that David rented a car from Serbia and drove to Spain to commit the crime. On the last day Anna was seen alive, the lenses of a couple security cameras at her apartment building in Madrid were spray painted. The cameras at the entrance were disabled entirely. FBI agents believe it was David that spray painted those cameras. Writing in the complaint, quote, notably the male who looks directly at the camera has physical characteristics that resemble those of Knezevich. At approximately 10:30, the male is captured leaving the elevator with what appears to be a suitcase. Following Anna's disappearance, David hired a lawyer.
This is his mugshot, by the way. Mugshot time. There it is. I did show you the picture in my little presentation there too, but if you don't know, that's it.
Attorney told Local 10 back in February that his client had been in contact with Spanish authorities while he was in Serbia. He declined to speak on David's behalf following today's federal court appearance.
And we have made several attempts throughout the course of the day to get a hold of his attorney. We have not heard back from him just
yet. Yeah. What's his attorney going to say now? Listen, attorney, what are you going to say now? I just want to see this. The friend, whoever is responsible, will be brought to justice. That was from 2 months ago. I'm going to link all of these for you. This one says, estranged husband of missing Anna Knezevich arrested 3 months after she vanished in Spain. So you've now heard the whole story. You've seen the pictures as well. From everything we know so far, this picture, oh man, she was just having such a great time in Spain. This guy, allegedly, was just not having it. I think he was arrested by the Broward County Sheriff's Department. So he's in jail now. I wonder if he's got any bond. I don't think, from what I've seen, I haven't seen any bond amount or anything like that. If I get more information, I will let you know. But since this criminal complaint came out, finally, there's some more information. Just because up to now, there hasn't been much, right? So, yeah, as well. What a beautiful picture. My goodness. This is the text that he had sent on WhatsApp from her phone to her friend that she was supposed to meet up with. My goodness. Anna, they said, Ramo told the Daily Mail that Anna had recently been using the Bumble dating app, and police have interviewed men that she chatted with from the site. But, it's rarely stranger danger is what they say. And in this case, even though she went literally across the world, husband is still prime suspect here. Husband's been arrested. So, yes, okay. They said Knezevich also previously refused to take a lie detector test, which under Florida law serves as admissible evidence in criminal investigations. The lawyer could not immediately be reached for comment. There's one that I wanted to show you. Where's the one with her friend? I just want to quickly see. Is it this one? Yeah, the friend. Okay.
For answers this morning. It's been nearly 3 weeks since 40-year-old Anna Knezevich was last seen, and she was overseas taking a break while going through a divorce. Let's take a closer look at the timeline events leading up to today.
We do love a timeline, but okay, we did look at this from December is when Anna went to Spain. I'm sure they're going to tell us about this now that we're going to see an interview with her friend quickly.
Reports say that she left for Madrid back in December, and according to Spanish police, Anna was last seen on February 2nd. Not long after, a man in a motorcycle helmet spray painted over the security cameras at her apartment. Then on February 3rd, her best friend and brother received mysterious text messages saying she was running away with a man she had just met while there. Anna was scheduled to travel to Barcelona on February 5th, but apparently never left. Her best friend, Sana Ramo, traveled to Spain on February 8th to help police with that investigation. Sana joins us now from Sweden. Sana, thanks so much for being with us. I know this has been a time of anguish for you.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. Thank you for having me, and thank you for shining light on Anna's story.
We appreciate your continued time because I know you spoke with us earlier this week on News Nation.
Yes.
Have you learned any new information from police about Anna or her whereabouts?
We have no new information about Anna's whereabouts. I do know that this is a top priority for Spanish authorities. I am in contact with them regularly. I am in contact with the American Embassy, who is also involved. I am in contact with the FBI. FBI is fully involved in this. And I do want to say that if there is anyone that has any information that they think there can be of value, please reach out to FBI in Miami.
Yeah, certainly. Let's talk about those messages that I mentioned off the top that you received from Anna, saying she had met someone, she was going to his home located a couple hours away from Madrid, that her phone service would be spotty. I mean, does that sound like the Anna that you know?
No, absolutely not. It was bizarre. It is not the Anna that I know. She doesn't write like that, and she would never do something like that. I also keep saying that, logistically, everything was wrong with the messages, because leaving Madrid late Saturday afternoon, when she clearly had travel plans Monday morning to go to Barcelona, didn't make any sense. And she also spoke to friends Friday night on February 2nd up until 10 p.m. The message said that she had met this man on Friday. And obviously, if she had met the man, of her dreams that she had this fantastic connection with, she would have mentioned it to friends. And she didn't mention anything up until 10 p.m.
Yeah, we're also airing some of these photos from her wedding day, as I mentioned off the top.
Just quickly pausing there, Woody said, do they have children? No, they don't. I almost want to say thankfully not, because otherwise it's the usual where we see, oh no, now the kids obviously don't have a mom, and now the dad's sitting in jail. So they don't have kids.
She was going through a divorce, and Sana, at last check, her husband David remained in Serbia and was not traveling to Spain for the investigation. Any word from him, and how does that sit with you?
Well, he is speaking through he has hired an attorney that is speaking for him. I know that the attorney has been on different programs and talked about David's whereabouts and different questions that has arisen as far as how he has been involved in the investigation. And I spoke to David during the week after Anna's disappearance. She just disappeared on February 2nd. I'm currently in Sweden, and I went to Madrid on February 8th to help with the investigation. I did speak with him on the phone. I asked him to join me in Madrid to search for his wife, to help in any way that we could with this investigation. But he told me that week that he flew to Serbia because he said he didn't think that there was anything that he could do to be in Madrid.
Yes, and to be fair to him, his attorney says he's been cooperating with Spanish police, the FBI, also adding that his being in Spain wouldn't help with the investigation. Lastly,
the attorney says, no, he's been cooperating, and, him being there wouldn't have helped anyway. But it says a lot.
For you, Sana, if Anna were watching this morning, what would you say to her right now?
That we are doing everything. We think about her every minute of the day, and I'm in close contact with every authority that is involved, and we are going to get to the bottom of this. Whoever has done this to Anna, they will be found. They will be brought to justice. I'm certain of that. I have received positive news yesterday in regards to the process of this investigation. That's all I can say. But there has been some positive news in regards to how the investigation now is taking place.
And then he was arrested. I'm going to quickly read you an article, and then we're done for today. I'll keep you posted on everything that happens from here, because I'd love to see what happens next. And I really hope that they're able to find some closure, some answers for her family and friends. She can't just be missing forever. You know what I mean? What happened? So here they say Fort Lauderdale, the estranged husband of a Florida woman who disappeared 3 months ago in Spain, has been charged by U.S. federal agents with her kidnapping. The FBI and other federal agents arrested David Knezevich at Miami International Airport on Saturday. The Fort Lauderdale resident is charged in connection with the February 2nd disappearance of his 40-year-old wife, Anna Knezevich, from the Madrid apartment where she'd been staying since shortly after their separation last year. David Knezevich, a 36-year-old business owner from Serbia, briefly appeared in Miami federal court on Monday and will have a bond hearing on Friday. That's where they were going to know. Is it bond or no bond? They better say no bond. But it's kidnapping. There's no murder charges at this point. Kidnapping charges. The Spanish National Police, the Customs and Border Protection, Diplomatic Security Service, and the FBI continue their investigation. Because this is an ongoing investigation, no further information will be released, the FBI said in a statement. Knezevich's attorney, Ken Padowitz, did not return a call on Monday afternoon seeking comment. He's gone quiet. Padowitz has previously denied his client had anything to do with his wife's disappearance. Anna, a naturalized American originally from Colombia, vanished shortly after a man wearing a motorcycle helmet disabled her apartment complex's security cameras by spray painting the lenses. A friend who you just heard from, Sana Remo, and another woman received text messages from Anna from her phone the next day, saying she was running off for a few days with a man she just met. Remo said the messages were not written in Anna's style, and she would never leave with a stranger. I'm happy there's been an arrest, the friend said on Monday. We are hoping that this next chapter will bring justice and find answers about what happened to Anna. The Knezeviches, who sometimes spell their surname Knezevich, just with a C, have been married for 13 years. They own EOX Technology Solutions Incorporated, which does computer support for South Florida businesses. Records show that they also own a home and 2 other Fort Lauderdale properties, one which is currently under foreclosure. Anna's brother, Juan Henao, called the divorce nasty in an interview with a Fort Lauderdale detective, a report shows. He told police that David was angry that they would be dividing a substantial amount of money. Padowitz, in a February interview, denied that the divorce was contentious and said that his client was cooperating with police. He said his client was in Serbia when his wife disappeared. Well, we have a different little timeline there, don't we now? So thank you all for bearing with me today. And all the sparkles. I will never wear this shirt color again. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I hope that there will be answers for... I hope they find Anna. That would be great. It just sounds pretty sinister what he did, right? I don't know what happened here, but I hope they find answers. I hope that he'll be held fully accountable, or whoever is accountable. Let's see what happens then on Friday, with a bond hearing. So he's obviously been arrested. He briefly appeared in court. He's going to have his bond hearing on Friday. We'll keep our eye on this and see if and when there's going to be a trial. You never know. He's going to plead. What's he going to plead? He's pleading not guilty like they all do. Of course they do, right? Perennial's like, glitter, Gisela. I'm sparkling today. Thank you so much, and I will see you all again very soon. Thank you, mods. Really appreciate it, and I will keep you posted. Of course, if there's any news in Micah Miller's case, I'm going to upload a short for you now, okay? So right after this live stream, go check out the short that I've made for you. In the meantime, while I do that, you could check out the one I made for you on the Delphi breaking news, which is the trial's been delayed to October. So as soon as we have documents for that, you'll see me again. We'll be live. We'll go through them and see what the heck happened inside that courtroom today. It sounded very spicy in Delphi. All right, everyone. See you again soon. Stay safe. Bye.